politik katak, Datuk Seri. The party hopping politics has become hot topic among Sabahans and Malaysians as a whole during the state election. So what's your comment on this, and do you support if the government tables an anti-hopping bill?
I think it's about time we do it, because it's an affront to the voters. Because, it's so easy for, say, Warisan to accuse, or PH to accuse Umno of indulging in party hopping. But at the same time, the Sabah government is formed on the basis of party hopping, because we didn't lose. The government switched because few of the state assemblymen crossed over, and there is still the constitutional issue of whether it was done in a proper and legitimate way, But I suppose all that is overtaken by events. Now there is a state election. But having a state election doesn't mean that the problem of party hopping will go away. I mean, it will still haunt us. And that will nullify, or that will be an affront to the voters who have picked leaders on the basis of party. Yet, when the individual has been elected, decides to jump, the leader or the state assembly or the MP does not respect, the choice of the people, because once you're elected on the basis of your party and your personality too. There are two elements, and quite often the party is bigger and stronger than your personal image, you see, except for a few individuals. But by and large, the party is dominant. But yet, when they win, they feel as though they are the one has resulted in a victory in their own constituency. You see. So I think this thing is a very confusing state of affairs, and doesn't lead to a stable outcome for the country. And stability is everything, especially when you talk in terms of an economic recovery for the country. You need a stable government. You need certainty. And if you don't have a stable government, then it's very hard for you to engender confidence in a country, or in the state, for that matter. There has to be a formula, whether this is the best way or some other way. The principle, I would agree. Principle, but only the formula or the methodology to achieve it. But the principle that if you win on a certain ticket, then you are not, you shouldn't be allowed to jump ship, if you like, or party hopping, if you like. You must retain, the seat must represent the choice of the voters. I think Sabah state election is more complex than the by-elections, 7 by-elections, in which BN won with a thumping majority. Sabah is a different ball game because the political dynamics here are different, or the political milieu is different, and you have so many political parties here. In a sense, there are national parties. There are also state-based parties, you see. And, the average number of candidates is also unusually large. So votes are going to be split. And when votes are split, it's very hard to determine the outcome. So even if you have, say, 35% of the total votes, you might win, because the votes have been split, you see. So it doesn't mean you have the majority, just that you are the majority, the first past the post principle, which makes it more difficult to predict the outcome.